Okay, so listen, this is my second HAP live stream, HAP TV live stream, live broadcast. I'm excited about this app, but I want it to work for me. So before I get started, we're going to do some makeup tonight, okay? This is what I do. This is what I enjoy to do. Okay. Skip. I'm going to let some people hop on a minute. I'm going to let this broadcast stream out to a couple of places before I get started. I think tonight, well, I don't think tonight. I know tonight what we're going to do is a Dewy Foundation look because spring and summer is coming. And in spring and summer, we like to look glowy and all the things. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, that's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. But first things first, I want to make sure, open. I want to make sure that this is streaming correctly, because if it's not streaming correctly, I'm going to hop off and go to the network that this, to my people until this is working. Not now. Y'all, I got a second phone. Like, I have like 5 second phones. Does anybody else have a second phone that they use while they're streaming and making sure they can communicate with other people? All right, Facebook. Let's go and check Facebook. Hey, Sylvia. Okay, edit privacy. We're going to make this public, okay? Maybe that is the case. Hey, are you watching? You're watching from HAPS. I have a second phone. I know, me too, girl. It's late over there for you. Okay, so Danielle Peterson. Danielle Peterson. I know you can hear me. I know you're watching. I can see you. I can see you. Maybe I shouldn't have said your last name like that. Danielle, if you are watching this, or if anybody is watching this from Facebook, what is that? A mosquito hawk? Y'all, spring is definitely coming in Texas. Just 2 weeks ago, we were frozen solid ice. Wait, mosquito hawk. Okay, it says Facebook user. Somebody said Facebook. Who said Facebook? Because if that's the case, that means my comments are working. And I think what I'm going to have to do, I can go watch Facebook via my laptop. You don't have to do that, Sylvia. I know somebody can hop on and watch this. Okay, so Danielle says, hey. She said, hey, hey. She also said Facebook. Let me see if the hey, hey came through. Danielle, okay, so I'm seeing comments. All right, I'm seeing comments. Okay, so y'all, let me tell y'all, first of all, I'm going to tell y'all about this new app that I found, and it introduced to me by my dear friend Sylvia from London, my British friend. Is it British? I don't know. I'm geographically challenged, so y'all gonna be quoting me on nothing I say wrong. Hey, Ellen. I so enjoyed y'all's live today. Okay, I loved it. So anyway, Sylvia introduced me to this app. It's called HAPS TV, and my sister is Marco Poloing me right now. Sister, I'm live. Okay. No, I love you. I'll get back to you in just a minute. Let me turn this down. Let me turn this down because you can hear it. It's called HAPS TV, right? I think it's up here in the comments, or it's up in the top. It's somewhere. It's literally called HAPS, HAPPS TV. And if you use my link, you'll get like 100 coins. And coins is like coins that you can like shout people out. You can do all these cool little things with the coins. So you get free coins if you use my link, and I get free coins, and we both get free coins. So this is a platform that you can use if you want to go live on multiple platforms. Like if you have a Facebook business group, if you have a Facebook business page, a Facebook wall, a YouTube channel, a Instagram, which Instagram has got some issues now, Twitter, Periscope, anywhere that you can live stream or go live, you can literally use this free app called HAPS TV. Use HAPS TV /@ Tialynn and download the app and use it. Like, it's brilliant. But I'm just now testing it out. So I've got some, I've got some, I got some playing around to do with it. I got some playing around to do with it. So I'm probably going to go back and forth just to make sure I'm not missing any. Sounds good. Okay. I'm probably going to go back and forth just to make sure I'm not missing any comments, especially on my Facebook page, because I know that most of my network is not on this HAPS app. Most of my network is on my Facebook profile. All right, before I get started, I'm going to do a dewy look tonight. So you guys, if you stick with me till the end, oh look, it's on. I love it. It's on my Facebook page too. Like, this app is super awesome. Look at that. I love it. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. Comments should be coming through. I downloaded, don't know how to use it yet. That's the only thing, is I can't see who's saying the comments. But that's okay. That's fine. So if you stick with me to the end, which I'm probably just going to take my time, it's Friday night. I got a glass of wine. I don't have anything to do. If you don't have anything to do, pop on some earbuds and hang out with me tonight. At the very end, I'm going to make sure you guys have all of my social media platforms, because I do different things on different platforms. On my Facebook business page, it's called Beauty, Body, and Life by Tia. Okay, that is my public Facebook page. What you see there will be links to my blog entries, write-ups, some tips, some tricks, some hacks, some mom stuff. I'm also on a 100-pound weight loss journey. You can see my struggles, my successes, and all that kind of stuff over there. You will also see like mini videos, like commercials from my makeup looks that I do most days of the week on that particular page. So you can follow over there on Facebook. Okay. Then I also have an Instagram, which is more like my magazine. I like to call my Instagram my magazine. You can see more of the, not edited, but you can see more of the really nice photos that I take, graphics of my after photos, my makeup, but I also do some content creating for several other different companies. I have partnered with several companies. We're talking about CBD brands, CBD gummies. I have a CBD face mask that I'm going to be promoting and talking about next week. I have some natural hair care products that I partnered with a company over there. And again, my makeup business, all that kind of stuff. So you can make sure to follow me on my Instagram, because I do a lot of my content creating on Instagram. That is at Tialynn.Me. You should be able to type in Tialynn.Me anywhere and I should pop up. Okay. And then I have a exclusive private Facebook group. If you're on Facebook and you want to get in that group, you kind of have to reach out to me personally, and I'll get you the link to get into that group. In that group, I post a lot of the same stuff, but we have the opportunity to really get to know each other and chit chat and talk and kind of have girl talk and some uncomfortable conversations sometimes. So it's pretty cool. It's Danielle talking via Facebook. Yeah. So this app, Danielle, so everywhere that this is broadcasting right now, if there's a comment, all the comments come through right here too. It's brilliant. It's freaking brilliant. Okay. But if you have the HAPS app and you comment through the apps, your name show up. It's cool. I really like it. I'm digging it. So I'm going to dive into it more. So let's put some makeup on, y'all. How was everyone's week? Did everybody have a good week? Did everybody have, let's see, what do I want to start with? Since I'm doing a full face, I think I want to start with a glass of wine. Oh, man. We're going to chill out and have a good time. We're going to talk about some stuff, talk about some things that happened to me this week. This week was an interesting week for me. I'm just putting on some primer on my eyes. I like to start with primer. I am not like a major eyeshadow person. So I don't like my eyeshadow to be like super bold. Sylvia's got a glass of wine. I love. Okay, girl. Um, interesting things happened to me this week. So it was, let me see, it was Monday morning. I think it was Monday morning. I am looking for my brow brush. I should have gotten a little bit more prepared. Well, I brought my brush over here. So Monday morning. Well, it's kind of hard to tell y'all about Monday morning without giving you a little bit of back history of why I was waiting for. Thanks for the high five, Julia. So sweet. So a little bit of back history. So over the past, like I told y'all, I am a distributor and representative for a makeup brand, and that particular makeup brand has a beauty panel, which Sylvia is also on. It's called the Diversity Panel, and Danielle is also on. Most of you guys know. And if you are wondering why I'm like talking like this, it's because I'm on this HAPS app, and I'm thinking that somebody else is on here that may not know what the heck I'm talking about. So for the last, I don't know, 6, 7 months, I guess, the diversity panel has been working behind the scenes firsthand with the company to help them create 6 new shades for darker skin tone women, right? And it's been quite a journey because I think when we were first chosen and first asked to be on this panel, we had kind of no idea what we were getting ourselves into, right, Sylvia? Like we didn't really know. It was just like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna be a part of this. Hey boo, who is calling me boo? I bet that's Robin. How much you want to bet that's Robin? I'm calling y'all out because I'm on this Haps app and I can't really see who's saying what, but I can see the comments. I'm gonna guess that that's Robin. She's the only person I know that called me boo like that. Um, so on the past 6 months or so, we have, you know, been behind the scenes. We were, like I don't really know how to explain it because I guess we were under non-disclosure agreements, but we really weren't during the time that we created the shades. So Robin, I knew it. I knew it. I don't even have to see you to know who you are. So when it first all began, we had a Zoom call, and the Zoom call was like, congratulations, you guys are gonna help create these shades, blah, 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 blah. But we still really didn't know what we were gonna be doing, how much involvement we were gonna be, like we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. But what we did know, most of us have been with this particular company for 4+ years at least. I think most of us have been with this particular company for 4+ years. So all of us have been around long enough to not have a foundation shade for our skin tone, or at least um, have had to manipulate the shades that we do have to get our color, right? Great foundation, great, options, just not enough colors for women of color, right? And the company finally took note of that and created the diversity panel, and that was us. And we helped create these shades. So I was going to say long story short, but I got a whole face to do. So at the very beginning of everything, um, it was just kind of like, this is what you're going to be doing. We've got to name them. We've got to do that. We had to sign non-disclosure agreements. At first, it was like, you can talk about it, but then, I think as time went on, it was more like, maybe we shouldn't have y'all talking about it public. We had to sign these agreements to where we couldn't say things. And then while we were kind of just like waiting on the process to get started, we were all kind of sharing our gratitude for being chosen for this and talking about the importance of the expansion of these shades for women of color. And a lot of it went into this. Like we all like super went into our major blackness, I guess. And what I mean by that is we talked about our experiences, and not just experiences like in life or racism and all that kind of stuff, but just experiences in the beauty industry where lipsticks don't match us. Like when you go to CoverGirl and Walmart, like the shade range is like it doesn't match. It really doesn't match. I even remember, do y'all remember when Queen Latifah came out with her CoverGirl line? Do y'all remember that? I don't remember what it was called. Does anybody remember what that was called? That Queen Latifah CoverGirl line? I remember when that came out, I was so excited because I never really was a foundation person, like a makeup foundation. I was like a little bit of eyeshadow, skincare, like every skincare in the book I've tried and worn. But that Queen Latifah CoverGirl line came out, and it was like, yes, finally, shades for us. I couldn't wear any one. And I'm a pretty average color, African American person. Like I'm not really, really deep skin tone, and I'm not really, really light or fair skin tone. Like I'm pretty normal, like a general shade. I couldn't wear any of that shit. I couldn't wear any of it. None of it. And so it's just something that Black women have dealt with for a long, long time. Okay. A long time. So being a part of this panel really meant something to each and every one of us, because this was not only something that we were chosen to be a part of, but this was something that we saw. I really like this color. This is something that we saw the need for, and we were so shocked and so happy and so proud to be a part of this, because it's like our company is actually embracing this need for dark shadow. That's how crazy I am. My concealer is on the floor. I must have dropped it earlier. I couldn't find it. So anyway, balls got to rolling, and we started sharing our emotions. We started sharing our experiences. We started sharing, things that bothered us, things that just, all the things. It got real deep real quick. Okay, let's just say that. It got real deep, real flipping quick. Okay, like we're talking at the beginning of this panel, probably in the first week, it was like super emotional, and we were just like tears and crying and sharing things with each other, that different experiences. And the cool part about it was that the co-founder of the company was kind of leading the diversity panel, and she really got the opportunity to experience our experiences firsthand. And I think it really, really, I think that experience for her like kind of changed her life a little bit, because I don't think that, you know, everybody who's white's not racist, but everybody who's white doesn't all get the opportunity to experience, blackness and black struggles firsthand, if that makes any sense. Does that make any sense? My in-laws are white. My husband's white. So I've gone through this um situation with my in-laws, you know, not teaching them things as in like sitting down textbook, but just things that happen, in the 18 years that I've been married, that they have learned about their black grandchildren, and they have learned about their husband, their son's, black wife. It's just things. So I think that for Melanie, a lot of these experiences were eye-opening experiences for her, because it's like stuff that she never heard before. Like that happens. It's kind of like that. It's like, oh my God, like that really happens. Like people really get fired because they have natural hair. You know what I mean? People really don't get the job because they have natural hair. Like, oh my God, like a lot of people don't really know that. And a lot of people don't really understand that. So anyway, that's how this whole thing started, with the diversity panel. Is it started with a lot of emotion. And then we got the first 6 prototypes, which was like we were super stoked. We were like, oh my God, here's the 6 shades are here. They're here, they're here, they're here. They are here. We got them. And then we were like, who? These are not good. We were like, these are way off. It was like, no, these colors ain't gonna work, company. We got a lot of work to do. Basically, it was like, I'm just checking my messages to make sure and see if I have any comments that I'm missing out. So yeah, we got these dang colors, and it was like, oh, these are all off. I mean, they weren't way off, but they were off enough to where we knew that we had a lot of work to do. We knew that we had a lot of work to do. A Terry Walker moment. Explain the Terry Walker moment to me. Is that like an aha moment, or? All right. I think that I'm just going to put on a little concealer. And I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take some setting powder real quick. This is a little tip you guys can use. I'm just going to use this. I'm going to take some, not setting powder, but foundation. I am going to just take some pressed powder foundation and go over the top of this so that I don't have that. See the difference? Can y'all see the difference here? Back to the drawing board. Yeah, totally. It was totally a back to the drawing board moment. Can y'all see that? Because I cannot stand, I like a clean brow and a sculpted brow, but I don't like a manicured brow at all. Like, the handlebars, when people put the handlebars, I'm not a fan for them, and I call them handlebars. So if you do that, don't be offended. That's just how I explain it, because that's what it reminded me of. It's like you got broom, because they're like so close, or bull horns. So I do not like manicured brows. Okay, it's got to look kind of natural and flawless. So if you just take a little bit of powder, pressed powder, and just kind of don't go over the bottom where you want your eyeshadow, but just take the top and just kind of soften that up a little bit with the same color pressed powder that you wear, whatever pressed powder you wear or have. Or if you don't have a pressed powder, you can use a setting powder. Problem I find with setting powders is they kind of lighten up and stuff. I like to use like a powder. So if y'all can y'all see that? So this looks like I've got concealer and it's highlighted. I'm trying to see. What's better? This has got concealer and it's highlighted. And then this side is almost blunt. And you notice I didn't take like the edge, and I didn't go under. Like I brushed it on with a brush. That's all just because it's soft. I wanted it to be soft. So I'm going to soften this up a little bit. Only want to make things right. I can hear myself over here. So anyway, we got the colors, and we were so excited and so ready, but they were so kind of off, all 6 shades. Well, no, I think there was one of the shades, which I think I'm going to use tonight. I think the color is actually called Sanyan. It was number 2 because they were paint by number when we first got them. I think that's the only one we kept. Oh, those brows look good. Okay, so I'm going to move on to eyeshadow. So we tested them, and we took before pictures, and we took, all of these pictures and all of these selfies, all of these full faced, and we quickly were like, nope, this one's too green, this one's too red, this one's too light, this one's too orange, this one, all the things, like all the things. And it was just, I don't know, it was just awesome. I'm going to do just a simple yellow eyeshadow. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I have on yellow pants with this blue t-shirt that says buy the makeup. Or what does it say? Life's short, buy the makeup, right? Sis, just buy the makeup. Life's short. Life is way too short. Buy the makeup. It makes you feel so good, makeup does. Anyway, so we gave all of our opinions. At the end of the first round, they sent us this survey, and y'all can see I'm just putting this on. I'm not doing anything super fancy. I might press a little bit so the color stays. Sylvia, I know you were saying earlier that you had trouble with some of those colors. This is basically my technique that I do. You love this shirt. I can get it for you. It's actually by Unfiltered Gear. I have an Unfiltered Gear link. So if anybody wants this shirt, I can totally get it for you. I can get you a link. It's super cute. Time flies. Life's short by the makeup. Just let me know if anybody wants this shirt. So Sylvia, earlier you were saying you have trouble with getting the colors to pop. So what I do to get colors to pop, because I was telling you guys earlier, like I'm not a super eyeshadow guru. Like I'm not a cut crease, beat, like rainbow, tropical sunset on my eye, like a real sun with a bird going, hey, and clouds. I can't do all that. I'm very simple. Will they ship to the UK? I will check. I will check for you, Sylvia. It's all in my Beauty Body and Life by Beauty Body and Life boutique group. If you're not in there, I'll add you so you can look and see. I will check. I don't know if they ship to the UK yet, and if they don't, I'll be sure to let you know when they do. Or I can order it for you and ship it if you want it bad enough. But what I do to make my colors a little bit bold is I put my eye primer on first, which y'all saw me do. I don't know where it's at now. Oh, it's over here. I put my eye primer on first, real thin, okay, real thin, and then I put concealer on. The reason why I like to put my eye primer on first is because I really like the way that my concealer sets on my eye, and it also kind of eliminates some of the tackiness. She said, yes, I want it. Okay, we'll figure out how to get it to you, girl, for sure. And maybe I can just make one big bulk order and ship it out to everybody. Doing that, putting your concealer on top of this kind of takes the tackiness out of this so that your eyeshadow gives. Like you can actually spread it, but it actually still sticks and gives somewhat of a bold color. So maybe try that, Sylvia, is putting your eye primer underneath your concealer and then pressing it on. You just press and press and press, and you can keep packing and packing on. Okay. See, like that. All right, I'm gonna do the other eye. So these foundations, man. So after we sent back the first set, we were all geeking, like, oh, we doing this, we doing this. We're awesome or whatever. We're the bomb. So we sent it back, and they, it took about a month or so for them to like mix and match and do all the scientific stuff that the scientist is doing, and making sure the colors were right and making the adjustments that we suggested, making all the colors that we suggested. And then they messaged us again, probably about 2 months later. Like this was like literally like a 7-month process. They messaged us again, Blink, we have your colors ready. You should expect them in a week. So we were like, oh yeah. And I think number 2, like I'm going to try number 2 tonight. I'm going to mix it with the color that I feel like matches me. I think we said that one was perfect off the jump. One, there was 2 of them, number 3 and number 4, that was pretty close in range. And so we kind of had them change number 3 and change number 4. And then at the end of the whole deal, number 3, which it ended up being, how did you negotiate the colors? Well, Ellen, they already had 6 general prototypes to begin. So when they first sent us these shades, they already had a range. They already had a shade range picked out. I'm trying to find another brush. They had shade range, and then we just kind of talked like we agreed and disagreed, and we came to conclusions, and we just kind of discussed and talked about it. And let me see, what did I do? I'm gonna do a little bit of brush cleaner. I think this brush cleaner is clean. Do you guys use a brush cleaner? Like, I use a little brush cleaner, that spray, and this is an instant brush cleaner, which means you don't have to like shampoo the brush. It just takes everything right off. And then you can get one of these little things on Amazon. I think that is on my, I think I did put this on my Amazon page, where I got this. You could just brush it off, and it just cleans your brush off, and it leaves no residue. So you can, like, if you're not a really big makeup person, you don't have a bunch of brushes, you could get a brush cleaner in one of those, and you can use the same brush for everything. It's brilliant. So yeah, we just talked about it, and I don't know, we just kind of went back and forth and tried it, and they sent us these little surveys, and the surveys was like, this is too dark, this is too light, this is too olive, this is too red, stuff like that. And they just adjusted it. And then they sent us a new one and changed it. So we did that for about 3 or 4 months, and until we finalized on them. And then they sent us the final. And once they sent us the final, it was like, we're done. That's it. That's the color. So after we chose them and picked them all out, we just kind of sat around and was like, y'all, what's what? So fast forward till Monday. This Monday was the release date. This Monday was the date that these colors come out for everybody. And it was just so exciting, and so like this was our little baby. It was almost like taking a seed, germinating it, right? Germinating through the early spring months in the little cups with the plastic over it, right? That's what it feels like. Seeing the little sprout come up, and then transferring the little sprout to the plant potter, and watching that little sprout, turn into a little plant. And then the plant blooming its first flower. Like Monday was like the plant blooming its first flower. It was amazing. Don't forget, you were the brainchild by naming them. Oh yeah, the names. So all of our foundation names are named after fabrics and textiles, right? All right, y'all. So I'm just gonna take this shadow. I'm just using one eyeshadow palette. This is Eyeshadow Addiction Palette 8. This is this palette just released this past November. It's so beautiful. Like, this is my favorite palette. This yellow and this is called Wondrous and Upbeat. Like, I wear these two shades all the time. I can put a little bit on, I can put a whole lot on, but I'm gonna take this Profound. It's like a deep burgundy. I'm gonna take this and just kind of just like tap it in there, and I'm gonna soften this just a little bit. So the names, not only did we have to figure out what our colors were gonna be, they had to be named. And I said this in the video, but like now I'm really thinking, like, now I really want to go back. I really want to go back. Oh, thank you, Golden Squirrel. That's how I feel like. I feel like squirrel. I'm talking squirrel. I really want to go back to that private message that I sent Melanie and figure out what exactly I was doing that day, because something came into my mind. Y'all, I got in a little bit into this Revived, like this color, this orange here, just to kind of like blend this in a little bit and softened it. Top tips. Yeah, girl, just soften it just like a little bit. Not even, as you notice, I didn't do a halo before and then put the eyeshadow on. I'm doing the after halo because I just wanted to like be the shades that bring all these together. Just want these to be the shades to bring all this together. Then if you want to, you can do a little bead over here, but you don't have to. It just depends on what you're going for that day. Or if you don't know what you're doing, it just depends on what you end up with that day. Because that's kind of how it is for me. It's like, well, that's how it is. I'm gonna try to do the other side. um, so one day it dawned on me that all of our current foundations that we had were already named after fabrics and textiles, like lace and tulle, and help me think of like suede and cypress, and I'm trying to think of all the names. Scarlet. Um, who is HPA has love you already. Who loves me? I love them back. Whoever that is, I love them back. I do. Um, so I realized they were named after textiles and fabrics and all the things, right? And so I was just thinking, like these 6 new shades, they only aren't for Black women, okay? They're not just for Black women, but they were made for women in deeper shade range. And women in deeper shade range has, ancestral history in like Africa, India, Asia, organza. I'm gonna look up all the shades. Like, I want to know what organza is. Is that like a textile or a fabric or a texture? What is organza? Like, what is it? I know what lace is. I know what suede is. I know what tulle is. Um, I really want to know what all of our fabrics look like. It would be cool to take a picture of all the shades and just do a little image in the corner of the textile or fabric that is. But anyway, so I was thinking, how cool would it be for these shade names to be African names, right? African names, like I don't know. I didn't even know what African fabrics. I knew what African fabrics some of them look like. Well, actually, I knew what fabric African African print. Okay, somebody said, "Hey sis." Who calls me sis? I know Veronica calls me "Hey sis." Is that Veronica? I'm trying to since I'm on this app, if you're watching from Facebook, I can't actually see who you are by name. I can see the comment though. Let me look. I'm trying to think of who else calls me sis. I mean, I guess a lot of people call me sis. Amy. It's Amy. Hey, Amy. I guess I can say Amy calls me sis. Um, so oh gosh, I got it going in the background. So anyway, y'all, I was thinking, what if these fabrics were named, these foundations were named after African fabrics and African textiles because of the relationship of these darker shades being from Asian, African, Indian countries. They're going to be indigenous women. They're going to be Native American. They're going to be African American. They were going to be. I'm geographically challenged, so don't judge me. But I knew that it would be really cool, and so I wrote up this little thing. I asked the girls first. I was like, "Hey, what do y'all think about naming the fabrics after, or naming the foundations after African fabrics?" And the girls, like the diversity panel, was like, "Heck yeah, that's awesome, that's brilliant. Ask Melanie." And so I was super scared, super nervous, but I popped in her inbox and I was like, "Melanie, hey." I was like, "I don't know if you've thought about this before, or if you have already thought about how you're going to name the new stick foundations, but I was just thinking that we could look into maybe some African fabrics." This is what I said. I remember that. And I gave a list of a few of them because I Googled some and I gave a list. And she immediately, and if y'all know, when you message the co-founder of a company that you work for, like an instant email or instant reply is like unheard of. Somebody said, what shadow that? This is Moonstruck Addiction Palette 8. Like this is my this is my favorite palette I think that was ever made. Palette 8 for sure. Over palette 7, over palette 2, over palette 5, 2, 5, 6, and 7 were like some of my favorites. And then this one came out, and it's just beautiful because it just fits my skin tone. And I don't know, I love palette 8. So I'm just gonna soften this all up with a clean brush so that it's soft. Y'all are like, why does she put all that on to wipe it off? It makes sense, I promise. At the very end, it'll make sense. All right, that looks good enough. So she replied back and she said, that's my favorite palette too. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite palette. If you don't have palette 8, I don't know if you can get it. Can you even get palette 8 right now? I don't even know. I focus on skincare. Like when I'm working with my clients and customers every day, I'm usually talking about mascara, like a hot lippy, or skincare. So when it comes to eyeshadows and stuff like that, I don't even know if it's on the website. Do we have it right now? All right, foundation. So anyway, let me tell you all this and then I'll get to the foundation. Melanie replied back almost immediately. And her words were something along the lines of, she said, somebody said, hey, boo again. Is that Danielle? The other Danielle? In the beauty box, you can. That's good to know. The beauty box. I'll talk about the beauty box. It's up there. It's up there. My plant sitting on it. You can come in the beauty box. That's good to know. Because the beauty box is $99 and the palette is $50 and you get like $500 worth of stuff in the beauty box. Like, this company's brilliant. She replied back and she said something along the lines of, you have no idea how perfect timing. Tamara, hey girl, how you doing? How your family doing? How is everybody holding up? Good to see you. I can't see names. If you're watching from Facebook, I'm on a different platform and I can't see names. So that's why I'm asking. Forgive me. You can get 8 and 6. 6 and 8 is in the beauty box. Awesome. That is very good to know that palette 6 and 8 is in the beauty box. I don't like sponsor. I only share the beauty box for people who are looking to get a discount or who are looking to maybe start a new skincare regimen. So like a lot of my clients and customers, when they start on a new skincare regimen, I always offer them the beauty box first because they will continuously get a discount on some really good, expensive skincare. And that's, you know, I'm all about saving people my dollars. So that's how I manipulate things around here. So that's good to know. So anyway, she was like, you have no idea how perfect timing this is. I'm assuming that she was just thinking about names. And we're doing good, girl. We're doing good. We're amazing. We're all alive. The kids are on spring break. It's great. Things are good. No, you can get, oh, you can get 6 separately, but 8 is in the beauty box. Thank you, Sylvia. So number 6, I don't have palette 6 out. I'll do it another day, but palette 6 is another one of everybody's favorite. It's actually one of the most popular. So she said that was brilliant. And she came back and was like, we are going to name these African fabrics, but there's some like legal stuff with African fabrics, like some, you know, some are copyrighted, all that kind of stuff. So she found, like, I think it was like 13 different ones that we could choose from, and we narrowed it down to 6 shades. But that was all my idea. I don't want to really take credit for it because I was just sitting there thinking about it one day and I came up with it and I went for it, and it just, get the beauty box and get a discount, everything for life. Yeah, it makes sense. Like if I'm talking to a customer or a client and they just want a mascara, I'm just going to sell them a mascara, follow up in a couple of weeks, make sure they love it, make sure everything works out well. And then maybe if they come back for more, I may, introduce them into something different, maybe like a mascara primer or an eyeliner or something to go along with the eye product that they bought, right? But if I'm talking to somebody about skincare, oftentimes skincare is not something that I recommend somebody just buy one time. Like if you're going to buy this, for instance, which I forgot. Well, I guess I haven't done my face yet. I brought this in here to talk about it actually. Like if you're gonna get a beauty oil. So say my customer reaches out to me and say, hey, my skin is just super undernourished and I'm looking for something just to kind of replenish my skin. Instead of getting you on a skincare regimen, I'm going to recommend you start on a beauty oil regimen because this beauty oil regimen has CoQ10, squalene, and vitamin E, I think it is. And with these three benefits, like it makes your skin look younger, it makes your skin produce collagen, it's a super hydrator, super more like this is going to change your skin around and it's expensive. It's not like a cheap product. Any beauty oil, most vitamin C beauty oils that you find on the market is not a cheap product. So I'm going to go to my customer and say, look, why don't you get the beauty box, right? Instead, which is going to come with a bunch of other stuff. And then maybe next paycheck, you get your beauty oil at 20% off. And then every time you need to get yourself a new beauty oil, you can get that 20 to 25% off, right? Or if somebody says, hey, I don't have a skincare regimen or whatever, I'm going to say, hey, listen, why don't you just buy the beauty box, right? And then within the first 6 months, you got like booster bundles and all these kind of different things that you have advantage of getting because you bought the beauty box, and you can get started on your subscription skincare program and get 20% off. So instead of me selling you this $88 bundle that comes with a cleanser and a moisturizer, right? I'm going to be able to get you an additional 20% off of that. So anyway, that's all marketing strategies that I didn't really mean to get into. So we are going to do a dewy look tonight. Tonight's dewy look is going to be compromised. Compromise. Let me take a sip of wine. Maybe that's it. Anybody else having a glass of wine tonight, or a cold beer, or a cocktail? Um, this dewy look. So earlier this week, if you haven't seen any of my looks this week, like I said, you can go to my Instagram or my Facebook page. My Facebook page has videos. So if you're on Facebook, you can search Tialynn.Me. It will bring up Beauty, Body, and Life by Tia. I did 2 different looks this week that were both matte. I did a look for someone who has more uh, oily skin, people who have like more mature skin, and people who have skin that's not really treated with skincare. This particular look that I'm going to do tonight, I'm doing tonight because summer is coming. This is my favorite. If you have been following me for a long time, you know that I love a good cocktail. You know that I love a dewy summertime look. I'm a big girl. Okay. I'm a plus size girl. I sweat. I'm also 40. Whether y'all, I don't know if y'all know. I know I don't look 40 because my skin don't look 40. But I'm over 40. So I have hot flashes, I sweat, I'm dewy. In the summertime, I'm freaking dewy, right? So if I'm gonna wear makeup, it's gotta be dewy. And it's gotta be makeup that's kind of gonna, move with my dewiness, right? But I also think that it's so, so gorgeous and beautiful. So if you have not too oily skin, not too oily, or if it's uncontrolled. So if you've got almost perfect skin or on a really good skincare regimen, all the way up to normal to just maybe slightly oily, you can pull this off. All right, and you can pull this off, and you can pull this off in a bundle. Right, this month I've got this discounted bundle that I'm going to use these products for, right? Because it's just really awesome. So I'm going to tell y'all what they're on, and then we'll get started. So I'm going to use a hydrating face primer. Now you say, Tia, I am oily. I can't do that. You can really still switch to a mattifying primer and still pull off the dewy look, but the mattifying primer is going to help control the oil. But I'm not oily, okay? Um, I may get oily like around my nose because I wear glasses or something like that, but I'm not very oily, so I can wear a hydrating primer. That's something that we would have to talk about. But you can also, I have one right here. If a hydrating primer is too much for you, you can just get a general face primer. And this is for normal skin, right? Normal skin. And you don't have to go completely matte, especially if you're looking for a dewy look for the summer. Okay, for the summer. So I'm going to use a hydrating primer. And then I'm also going to use a stick foundation, which is also a cream foundation. Okay, it's moisturizing. It's good for all skin types. But like I said, a lot of times when you go for a stick foundation, you need to make sure you have the right primer that goes along with your skin, or you need to make sure you're on a skincare routine that can kind of compensate. Like skincare routine really makes the difference in how your skin handles any kind of makeup. Okay. Why am I blurry? Can I come back? Here we go. All right, there we go. So I'm going to do a stick foundation. We're going to do this. We're going to do a concealer, but I'm going to do the concealer in Suede. And then I'm going to do a setting. Where's my spray? Oh, then we're going to do a setting spray instead of a powder. Wait, y'all got fuzzies everywhere. We're going to do a setting spray instead of a setting powder. Okay. So we're going to start with a primer. So y'all, these foundations. So Monday, fast forward to Monday. So I'm just going to use a little bit. It's a really, really nice, this primer. Oh, I love this song. Anybody else love Sam Smith? Take you. I know y'all can't hear it. I've got it down so Facebook doesn't flag me. Oh, let me see. I love that. All right. Facebook is going to flag me. They're going to be like, you played 2.1 seconds of Sam Smith. Do you have rights to that music? So Monday, y'all, I talked about the foundation. So we spent 7 months creating these shades and testing and coming up with these shades for women of color. Okay. Women of color. And Monday morning was just, it was a, thank you, Ella. I love to sing. I am not a singer. I don't sing in public. I don't sing for people. I don't sing at weddings. I'm not a singer, but I love to sing. I can carry a tune for sure, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. I appreciate that. So Monday, our baby is born, right? Monday morning, it's like I'm driving the kids to school. I'm listening to Ben. What is this blurry? Let me come in close. I'm listening to Ben on the announcements. Mind you, we've been working on stick foundations for 6 months, right? Stick foundation. We're thinking they're about to announce our stick foundations. They're about to announce it. They're about to announce it. And we're all listening. And this guy, it's that time of the month for me. So I got all kinds of little crazies. I'm gonna call them crazies. I'm gonna rub this primer in really well. My dog decided he wants to say something. You want to see my pup? I can get him to come in here probably. So it's Monday morning. We're all anxious, driving the kids to school, and all of a sudden, y'all are gonna be shocked when I say this. All of a sudden, I'm listening to Ben talk. I'm like so anxious, taking my kids to school. Got my phone propped up, listening and driving. I turn a curve, boom, curb check. I curb check my passenger right tire. I mean, when I say curb check, like the curb checked me. Like it checked me. It was like, listen, you hit me. That curb was like, dang, she just knocked the crap out of me, busted my tire. So I'm sitting there going, what have I done? Because I have this meeting. We also have a meeting. We have a Zoom at noon with the co-founder to go over the foundations and for this pre-recorded video. And all these things are going through my mind. And I'm also waiting on the announcement. I'm sitting here like, I cannot believe that this just happened to me. Okay? I can't believe that this is just happening to me. So I'm just in shock. And then here comes the announcement. Here comes the announcement for the new foundations. And when I tell y'all, listen, I'm gonna remind you, we are waiting on the announcements of 6 stick foundations. These 6 of these that we created, right? That we worked tirelessly on, and they announce a new powder, which is not a bad thing. But they announce a freaking brand new like powder with like hyaluronic acid and shea butter and all these different things. And we're like, we didn't know anything. The diversity panel did not know. They kept that from us all the whole time. We had no idea. I knew because as an elite, I'm in elite chats and groups and stuff like that. Like, you kind of know some of the things that are coming. You don't really talk about. Like, I knew that we had powders coming. I knew that powder was going to be an issue. We didn't talk about powders. We think we may have asked. We tried over that 6-month, 7-month span, like, hey, when powders are going to come out, or are we going to work on powders too? And they were kind of like, well, we'll get to that one time, kind of conversation. They didn't tell us jack nothing. They didn't tell us nothing. So we weren't together. I almost wish we had have done some kind of Zoom that morning or something and watched the announcement together, because that would have been really cool. But I imagine we were all like, wait a minute. Powders? When did this happen? Why don't we have them? We didn't test these, you know what I mean? So it's super crazy. And I think half of Unique thinks that we tested the powders, and half of Unique is like, they don't have them. So it's super crazy. So anyway, they got around to announcing the 6 shades. It was a big, beautiful thing, but it was a cluster F of a morning for me, because I'm like, if y'all go back, y'all can go to my Facebook wall and scroll up. I posted a picture of the screenshot from the Zoom announcement that they made of all the diversity panel, because they gave us a shout out, and like really thanked us for putting in so much time and dedication and all the things, accolades. And then the second pic was a picture of my busted tire because it was like the happiest morning of my life and the most frustrating Monday morning. And it was a Monday. So that's the kind of thing. So I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to use 2 of the shades today. I actually have not ever done this before, but I kind of wanted to see what this was going to look like. So this color right here is called Himru. Himru is actually not an African fabric. I think it's more of an Indian fabric of some sort. And I don't mean like indigenous, like Native American. I mean Indian, like from India or Iran. I told y'all I'm geographically challenged, so don't be quoting me. But like Indian, I think it is. Himru is. And then there's Aslan. And I think Aslan is more of a purple light, like silk. And so you got African fabrics, and then you got African print. So a lot of people, including myself, thought that African fabrics looked like most of the African prints that you see, and it's not. It's not. African fabrics are fabrics that are sewn with like silks and sway, and all different kinds of threads and things that makes fabrics from Africa. So that was a learning experience for me, learning some of that kind of stuff. So Himru is my color, my shade. Like, it's my jam. Like, look at it. Funny story about this. If Sherelle was on, Sherelle was one of the diversity panel people. She picks on me all the time. Y'all, I almost went down fighting because I was like, I really think number 4, this was number 4. I really think number 4 still needs to take a little bit of green out. On the very last Zoom call, I was like, I don't know. And you're asking the most indecisive person in the world to tell you if this looks amazing or not. And I'm like, I really think it's still got a little bit more green in it. I swear, I fought for it. Ask Sylvia, I did. I was like, but everybody talked me off a ledge and was like, look, it is very close to your skin tone. And there's going to be so many women with that olive undertone. And once, like, I think it might have been a week after we finalized on the colors, I played in this again and I sent everybody a picture and was like, y'all, I love number 4. And they were like, come on now. Like you were complaining. And then number 2, I don't have the undertones and all that kind of stuff. I think it's like having your eyes tested. Right. It's like, I think that's a R. No, it's a P. And the doctor's like, no, it's actually an R. Don't change. But it's beautiful. It's like perfect. Like, look at it. It couldn't get any more. I mean, it probably could, but it can't. And then we have this color, which is a little bit lighter and a little bit more cool, I think. But I kind of want to mix the two. I kind of want to start playing with mixing the two because even though we have 6 new shades, there's still going to be shades out there that are going to have to mix shades. Like, you can watch Beauty Guru after Beauty Guru after Beauty Guru, and a lot of them. Girl, I was so convinced that it needed changing. I was like, I know, it's just a little tiny bit. So I'm gonna show y'all. Look at that. Oops. Look at that. So I'm gonna do 2 lines of that and then 1 of this to just kind of mix it because I just want to see. It may or may not be. I may not be able to pull that off, but I kind of just want to see. Okay. I think I just like that. I even want to try it with Cypress. Let me get Cypress. The Cypress Chanel 6R. Y'all got so many. I've got so many foundations. I don't even know where Cypress is. Of course, Cypress is not. Oh, here it is. I kind of want to mix it with Cypress too, because Cypress is the color that I've been wearing all these years. I don't know. I think it might be better alone, honestly. I really think it might be better on its own. I cannot believe I was complaining. Well, I wouldn't call it complaining. I'm not gonna say, yeah, it's definitely better on its own. I'm not gonna say I was complaining. I was just, like Sylvia says, I was convinced that I was convinced that it was too olive. Like it has too much. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit so y'all can see. Sometimes this lighting gets a little bit crazy whenever there's no lighting around it because it's so bright and I don't have a backdrop up right now to like reflect the light. So the lighting gets a little bit weird. But when I turn it all the way down, then I can't see what the heck I'm doing. Can y'all see me? Look at that. It's really, yeah, I can't see. I can't see, girl. Next time I'll have to put up my whole backdrop so it reflects. But this color, It's just stunning. I mean, this color, I could just, it's like a nude that, it's like a nude, pretty much. It's just, I don't even know. I can just layer it on and layer it on. Layer it on. It's just stunning. It's just so pretty. Matter of fact, I may not even do concealer. I may even take this Aslan maybe, or I may take, because I was using, actually, this one? No. What was it? It was yeah, Aslan. Aslan is number one. I'm still referring to them as the shades. Hold on. Let me get number one. Number five. Here is, yeah, the second. Is it the second number one? Yeah. Which is I've not used the stick foundation. Really? I love the stick foundation. I really do. Especially especially in the summertime. So I'm going to use a second stick foundation instead of concealer. So that bundle that I talked about earlier will come with the concealer. And in a situation like this, I should have put my concealer on underneath my foundation since we're going for that dewy look, because this concealer has caffeine, hyaluronic acid. It's got a massive setting situation so that you don't get oily and you don't crease, and it doesn't get into your fine lines and wrinkles and stuff. So it's a very matte concealer, very, very matte concealer. It's not a concealer that you want to wear on top of a dewy look because you'll be real matte underneath your eyes. So if you do have this particular concealer and you're going for a dewy look, you're going to want to put your concealer on first underneath your stick foundation, okay? And cover everything up. But since I didn't do that, I'm just going to use a second stick foundation. And I'm using the color Aslan, which is one of the new shades. And I'm going to just highlight and conceal under my eyes. It's perfect. It's a perfect combination for me. Like Aslan and Himru are going to be my two babies from now on, I think. It's gorgeous. I think I'll take a little bit of Aslan and put it on my nose here, here, and then we'll just kind of highlight here, just to give your face a little bit of dimension. Now, we're not going to contour today. We're not going to contour today. And the reason is this is a dewy look. Like, this is a shiny, kind of a moist, like a healthy, this is that healthy young skin looks. Like, if you want your skin to look really, really young and really, really healthy and really, really bright and really, really glowy, like this dewy look is what you want to go for. And I'm not real big on contouring the dewy look at all. But you just want to make sure it's stippled in real nice, make sure it's all even. This bundle also has an upgrade option where you can get a powder. You can get that powder and the brush. You can pick any face brush. You need to learn so much more. Girl, I just look at people. I just look at people and try things, you know what I mean? And sometimes you try stuff and it's like that did not, because you may go and you may do exactly what I do on my face tonight and it not look as good on you because maybe your skin texture or your skin complexion or is not the same or something, you just never know. So you have to try a different technique and a different technique, and Eventually, you start finding techniques that work with you. This is one of my favorite techniques, the dewy look. Like, this is, it's hard for me to even show makeup in the summertime because this is what I really like to do. I absolutely love the dewy look. Okay. And so this is, since this is also a moist dewy look, we're not going to set with a setting powder. We are going to set with a setting spray. And we're going to use the whole setting spray. Oh, Ellen, thank you. Girl, I've only been kind of wearing makeup for 7 years. Before that, I have always been a skincare junkie. So we're not going to highlight. We're not going to contour. We're not going to use concealer. We're going to use a separate one. But if you do get the bundle, it's going to come with a concealer, okay? And you just wear it under. I know. You're like, damn. How much is that she going to put on? But just wait for it, okay? Just give me a sec. Trust the process. Trust me and trust the process. Okay. You are going to spray the Dickens out of your foundation. Now, this particular Behold setting spray has a bunch of hydrating benefactors in it, and it has a dewy finish to it. So it's going to help your dewy finish. Just watch. It's going to make your finish even more dewy. It really is flawless. This bundle that I'm talking about is actually called the Flawless 4 because there's so many different combinations of foundation to create this flawless flawless look. Okay, you're gonna make sure that's super set, super dry. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and promise you that if you put a mask on, it's not gonna be brown. It'll probably be brown, but for the most part, putting on a setting spray like this and a setting powder like this is going to keep the majority of your makeup on for up to 12 hours, okay? For up to 12 hours. I'm a sweater, so I'm looking more like 8 to 10 hours. You know what I'm saying? Because especially in the summertime. Now, in the wintertime, I'm good for 12 to 14 hours because I don't sweat. There's no humidity. It's super dry. So my makeup will just sit there. And another tip, I like to put on I don't know why, but I like to put on my setting spray before I put my mascara on. Something about it. I don't know what setting spray does to my mascara, but it does. So check that out. Look at it. It's nice. It's dewy. So imagine having on a beautiful sundress or a halter top dress, right? And you got on some flashy earrings, maybe a dainty necklace, maybe not so much jewelry like this because it's hot, right? It's hot. It's too hot for jewelry. I don't wear all this jewelry and when it's too hot. And you got on some earrings or maybe even some small studs. Let's take these out. Let's act like we've got on some small studs. Check the chores. I got a new ear cuff today too. You guys, if you're not in my boutique group, I got my ear cuff in. This is an 18 karat gold. It's an 18 karat. It's sterling silver, but it's covered with 18 karat. And I got it for like 25 bucks from Jesper Nelson Jewelry. And I opened a boutique where you can get Jesper Nelson jewelry in there too. It's so freaking cute. I just remembered that I had it on. But anyway, so imagine you've got on some studs, your hair's up in a bun or a ponytail, you've got on a dainty necklace, you've got on a beautiful sundress, and you've got this dewy look, and you're out at the beach or you're out at maybe an outdoor bar having wine and beer and a spritzer with some friends, and you're all dewy because it's hot outside, but your makeup is dewy too, and you're set, and it's like you set, sis. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, right? I'm gonna turn it all the way up. That's too bright. I'm gonna turn it all the way down. Let's see, focus. There we go. Well, I don't know. This focus. We gotta email message Haps, and ask them to get their focus. Because normally, like with Facebook, there we go. I can tap the screen, or I don't have to sit a certain distance or something, and it'll automatically focus. So this is considered a dewy look. A dewy look is where your skin looks hydrated, it looks replenished, it looks fresh, it looks young and vibrant. Now, if you have issues and conditions with your skin that you're like, oh, Tia, I've got bumps on my skin, or oh, Tia, I've got, texture to my skin, then we start with skincare. It's that simple, sis. Like, we start with skincare. Like, you get yourself your makeup can only look as good as the skin underneath of it. So get your skin right. If you buy all this makeup and it doesn't look right on you, then maybe it's getting on the right skincare. Okay. I also am a certified uologist by the same company. So I am certified to help you decide what is best for your skin too. So if you need help with that, you can get that too. All right, so I'm gonna do some big giant lashes and lips, and we're gonna be done with this dewy look. I did not take a before picture, y'all. I forgot. I forgot it. I can't talk when I put on mascara. That's weird. Anybody else like that? Okay. I'm gonna put on a little primer. I'm a weirdo. I do not like to let my primer dry in between if I'm putting on Epic right after. If I'm putting on 4D, I will let it dry and then put my 4D on. But if I'm wearing Epic, I do not let my primer dry. I don't know why. I just feel like it manipulates my lashes uh, so much better, because I feel like Epic makes your lashes super wispy and soft. But 4D is more bold and hard and vibrant. I don't know why. It's weird. I know everybody's got different eyelashes though. So I have super medium length, I guess you would say, medium length curly lashes. So if you've got medium length, super curly lashes, that might be a good technique for you. I try not to put on too much either. So I'm a super weirdo when it comes to that. But I have met a couple of other weirdos who go right in with their mascara too. You're supposed to let it dry, but I don't. What's your next mission, Ella? Ellen? I don't know why I said Ella. Your next mission, skincare? My skincare regimen every morning um, is cleanser, beauty oil, eye cream, and moisturizer. Oh, the dewy look, girl. You gotta try it. And then when you try it, you gotta tag me or send me a picture. Ooh, I like this song. Maybe Facebook won't flag me. Facebook, I do not own the rights to this music. Is that what you're supposed to say? That's not what you're supposed to say, but I wanna fuck you. I don't know the words. I never know the words to any song. Look at these lashes. It's hard for me to talk when I put on mascara, y'all. I really love this mascara. I thought for a long time, for many, many years, that I would not like Lancome's Voluminous Lashes any more than any. You bought the Quad Skincare. Nice. It's really the best deal, honestly. I mean, it really is the best deal for your skin, honestly. But for me, I like to get my clients, most of my clients and customers started on a cleanser moisturizer for sure, and one treatment is what I prefer. A cleanser, a moisturizer, and one treatment, whether it be brightening or a mask or a beauty oil or an eye cream, um, or an exfoliator. I usually get them on cleanser, moisturizer, and one treatment of some sort just to get started. I'm just going to put a little bit on the bottom. I'm not going to put very much because I'm just going to take all of this off and go to bed. All right, we're going to put some lips on. We're going to be done, you guys. We're going to be finished. What? Let's go to the next song. I forget that computer's touchscreen. Oh yeah, I love that song. Aaliyah. Aaliyah, I care for you. Okay. How we're looking, guys. Rate yourselves between a 1 and a 5, where like how likely are you to try a dewy look next? Between a 1 and a 5. 1 being no, hell no, I'm not doing it. 5, yeah, girl, I need to do it. 5, yeah, girl, I need to do it. No, that's right, Ellen. I can't wait to see what you come up with. I like to dab my lipstick on because, like, I've got really nice lips, but they're not, I don't know, if I just put this on, it just doesn't look right. So if you find yourself with a lipstick and you're like, this does not look right on me, try dabbing it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's kind of like a stippling effect or something. I love it. I love it. Sylvia said a 5. All right now. All right. I love it. Y'all, we did it. We made it. Cheers. Let's cheers to everybody. Thank you, Ellen. I really like it. I wish it's 9:40 here in the US and it's Friday night. I wish COVID wasn't an issue and I was like headed to the bar, because normally this is about bar time. This is about the time where you pull up at the bar, you drink till 1, stumble home. But it's Friday night. I'm at home. My kids are in bed. My husband's playing video games, and I'm going to go take my makeup off and do nothing. I'll probably get some content ready. You are so, so welcome. So listen, thank you guys for watching this Friday Night Live. I told myself if I'm not doing anything on Fridays, I'm going to start doing a Friday Night Live. I honestly don't do lives much anymore because I am a content creator. So I like to create content. So I like to record videos, edit videos. I'm in my stories a lot with tips and tricks and food. I love to cook, all the things. If you want to follow me on my other social medias to get other stuff, because like I said, there's all different things on all different social medias. At Tialynn.Me. Look for my face. If you don't see me, look again. Okay. Pinterest, I think, is the only one that's Tialynn instead of Tialynn.me. Instagram, Facebook, Tialynn.me. Follow me everywhere. I think in a few days, I'm going to be doing a promotion with a company called Life Grows Green. They sent me this free CBD face mask. They sent me this, and I know some of you guys are in the UK. I don't know if they ship there or not, but they're doing a promotion where you get a free CBD face mask. So I'm probably going to try this tonight and do a review, and you'll probably see that coming up on my Instagram and Facebook page, the review for this, probably in the next 5 to 7 days. So be on the lookout for that. Go and follow me at Tialynn.Me. They have a promotion, and it's free. They sent me 2 of them. All you have to do is fill out their little form, and they'll send you a free CBD form. Okay. Super awesome. And it's also hair week. I'm going to be washing my hair and stuff this week. So I'll probably create some more content and promo material for the natural hair brand that I am a partner with, Tree Naturals. You get 15% off anytime you shop their website if you use the code 15TIA. 15TIA. Any kind of natural hair products or curly hair or dry hair, they have great, amazing products for. And it's hair weekend, so I'm going to be doing promos for that. So make sure and go and follow me on my other social medias at Tialynn.Me on Instagram and Facebook, and check me out there. If you're into jewelry and clothes and you really want this shirt, I've got this shirt from the boutique. The shirt comes from the boutique. These 2 necklaces also come from the boutique, and so did this little ear clip, also comes from the boutique. So that is in a private Facebook group. I don't have that on my public social medias. You have to be in there to shop. Or you can go to my website, Tialynn.Me. www.tialynn.me. I have all the links on there too, and you can sign up for a newsletter and read the blog. I got all kinds of things going. So I love you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for all the rewards tonight on Habs TV. Habs TV, thanks for the super sweet app and letting me stream everywhere and talk to everybody. So until next Friday, I will definitely try to come live again next Friday. Until next Friday, be kind, love, and be loved. All right. You guys have a good night. Sleep tight. And don't let the bed bugs bite. If you got bed bugs, you need new mattresses. Bye. Well, I said bye. It doesn't want me to go. How do you end this? End. It won't end. You're stuck with me forever. Okay, hold on. What's happening? This needs to go on the blooper. Sylvia Ellen, how do I end my broadcast? It's not working. I don't know. I'm just going to turn the phone off and hopefully it Sylvia, it's not working. Hey Pablo, that's his name. Earlier you forgot his name. His name is Pablo. I don't know. I'm just going to cut the phone off and see if it goes off. So hopefully y'all don't see the rest of my night. It's going to be very boring if so. But anyway, love you guys.